Okay, we still don't have anything on that hospital case of the plug pulling, so that means the captain wants us over there to ask questions. Doctors, orderlies, nurses, you name it. Anybody on duty.
Okay, I'll get over there right now.
No, Tibbs, Watson and I will handle it. I need you to stay here in case Carlino and the captain need backup on the Maggie Corey case.
Okay, will do, sir.
Watts, I need you to pull the hospital records, check out the patient histories. You might find something there that we missed.
Yes, sir.
You have a problem with your assignment?
No. I have a problem with you, sir. Do you want me to come in with you?
No, it's okay. I think the police will be a little more upfront about Maggie's kidnapping if they're dealing with just family. But, thanks.
I hope your niece is okay.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna kill Jake if anything happens to her because of that story you printed. Listen, if you want to go home, I'll give you cab fare.
Actually, I'd kind of like to stick around in case you need, you know, moral support.
Well, that's really nice of you, but holding my hand wasn't part of the job description when we hired you.
I know, but you're an easy boss to be nice to.
Thanks.
You mean it? You really want to go?
Yeah, why not? I could use a break, and I'm sure the boys would love a trip to Orlando.
Wonderful. I'd love it too, but...
What? Don't tell me you've changed your mind.
No, of course not. It's just I'm a little surprised you accepted, that's all.
Well, you're the one that said Ryan's death has brought us closer together. I think he'd want this for me and the boys, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well then let's do it. Let's go.
All right, I'll confirm the reservations tonight.
Perfect.
Darling, please come back to me. Don't let Grant succeed at this. I'm so afraid for you and Vicky. And then there's Maggie. You'd know how to get her back. The police are doing everything they can, but they don't have any news yet.
The kidnappers called? When?
A couple hours ago. They want us to seal and bring the ransom money down to the abandoned dock down at Bear Creek.
So what is she still doing here?
Well, things didn't exactly go as planned.
Look, let me call a doctor. I'm sure we can get him to prescribe something.
How about an overdose of sleeping pills?
That's not funny. Now, come on. Everything is going to work out. Maggie will be fine.
Will you stop saying that? You don't know that. We don't know. Maggie could be... I feel badly for Cecile. I really do. But, for what? Why do all of Cass's female clients have to cry on his shoulder?
I don't know, but that's one you should watch out for. I mean, I'm sure that's no act she's putting on or anything.
For once.
Look, I hate to say this, but she's not above using the situation to get what, or should I say who, she wants.
It's payback time. I'm making my mother go through the same hell I did. And you're gonna help me.
Oh, no. I've had enough of you and your wacko mother last me a lifetime, all right?
Fine.
I'm out of here.
Have a nice life. In jail.
What did you just say?
You heard me. You're asking for a life sentence, buddy boy.
Let me get this straight. If I don't help you out, you're gonna turn me in?
I really don't have much choice. I mean, once I go home, the police are bound to ask me a zillion questions, and I'm gonna have to tell them something.
I don't even believe this. Not only do I not get a freaking lousy dime out of this whole kidnapping thing, you want to send me to the joint? I'd waste you, little girl.
I have all your bullets, remember? And if you lay one finger on me, I swear I'll scream bloody murder that this whole town will hear me.
You said when you pulled my ski mask off, you wouldn't rat on me. You gave me your word.
I know. But that was before I found out you were doing my mother's dirty work.
And she offered me a job, all right? It was nothing personal.
Well, I'm taking it personally. Now, if you don't help me get even with my mother from hell, I'm turning you in as her accomplice.
Well, no way. No way.
Well, don't worry about it. I mean, she'll take most of the blame. After all, it was her fault. But, you know, maybe you could testify against her and plea bargain down to a couple of years.
Listen, I wouldn't last 2 days in prison, let alone 2 years. I'd be iced in 2 minutes.
Oh, come on, a tough guy like you.
Listen, I owe a lot of money to guys with connections on the inside.
Oh, well, you should have thought of that before taking on this gig.
Listen, I took good care of you, I bought you favorite foods, nice clothes, and Now you want to sign my death warrant?
Well, I suppose if we could come up with some other way of getting back at evil Cecile, then, I won't turn you into the police.
Like what?
Well, like... Yeah, that could work. Oh, yes! Oh, it's perfect, but I'm definitely gonna need your help. I knew you'd see it my way.
First, I want to hear the plan.
Okay. For starters, you're gonna make a phone call right now to Mommy, dearest.
Go easy on that stuff, Mr. Poulignac. You're gonna need a clear head when the kidnapper calls back.
You should be home in bed by now.
Joe, I'm not 10 years old anymore.
Look, when Aunt Franny agreed to let you stay with us, I promised her that I wouldn't let you go running wild, okay?
Oh, staying up till 10 p.m. is running wild?
Oh, Sophia, don't give me a hard time with this, please. There's nothing you can do here besides getting away.
Hey, Joe, if you want, I can give her a ride home, man. It's no problem.
Thanks, Nick. If Paulina's going home, she can give her a ride.
Joe, I don't need a babysitter, okay?
Fine. You want me to call Aunt Franny? I'll call her right now. Tell her to come get you.
Okay. All right.
Look, why don't we just go for a walk? Get out of everybody's hair until, Paulina's ready to leave.
Well, you're gonna have to ask the warden.
Get out of here, right? Don't go too far. Hey, listen, I told Sophia you'd give her a ride home, okay?
Okay. Hey, come here. We are gonna bring Maggie back, I promise you.
Joe, everyone in this room is willing that funnery, and it just sits there.
Pick it up, Mr. Poulignac.
Hello?
I told you not to screw around with me, didn't I? Now the chick, she's really gonna get it now.
Maggie! Maggie!
Block the trace again. Paulina, call the station house. Have them check every roadblock. Get out of town.
Cecile, what happened?
What is it?
What is he doing? What's happening to Maggie? Oh, my...
Gary, there's got to be something else that you people can do to find Maggie. Come
Matt,
on.
listen to me. If we could do it, we'd be doing it. I'm sorry,
Hey,
all right?
Tibbs.
We can't do anything till...
Carlina's on the radio.
I don't appreciate you walking away in the middle of a conversation, Lieutenant.
Yeah, well, you know, we're on duty, Watts. I don't think this is the place to speak about our personal problems. Excuse me.
This isn't about you and me. This is about my mother. How could you side with that homewrecker, Felicia?
How'd you know about that?
I have eyes, Gary. I saw you cozying up to her at the hospital.
Look, Felicia happens to be not only my sponsor, but my friend, our friend.
She is not my friend. Not after the way she went after my mother's husband.
Look, she didn't just... First of all, hold your voice down. She did not go after John. All right, it was a mutual thing.
Believe me, I know that John is just as much to blame. I saw him talking to her the night of the bomb scare.
You found out that night?
Yeah. While you were busy telling the captain and the whole world about our relationship, I was finding out that my stepfather was having an affair. You know, and I think he's a total sleaze for what he's doing to my mother, especially after the way she stood by him. But what can I expect? He's a man. Men always turn on you sooner or later.
Well, well. If it isn't the handsome young doctor.
EMT, I'm not a doctor yet.
You're not leaving, are you?
Yeah, I'm going home to bed. Are you on the way to see Horace?
Yes. The poor dear, he gets so agitated when it's almost the witching hour.
Well, maybe you should tell the nurse to give him some sleeping pills.
Oh, Horace never sleeps at night. But I hear certain people in the hospital have been put to sleep forever.
Because of the plug pullings? Yeah, people are pretty upset about that. They haven't got a clue who's been doing that.
Well, did they notice any puncture wounds on the bodies?
No, I don't think so. Oh, come on. Are you saying this is another vampire thing?
Perhaps they should consider locking Horace up at night.
Look, we've got to get moving, Watts. The captain wants some answers on this hospital case.
Maybe you should go on ahead to the hospital and I'll meet you there.
Oh, I see. You're issuing orders now?
No, sir.
Well, good, because, you know, last time I checked, I was the commanding officer of this task force.
You know, maybe I should just put in for another assignment, Gary.
I think that we can work this out and work side by side, Josie.
You don't think our personal problems are getting in the way?
No, I think that I can separate my departmental duties.
Well,
Don't
maybe
you?
it's a little bit easier for you than it is for me, since I don't feel that you've been totally honest with me since we broke up. Which makes it hard for you to be my commanding officer when I don't trust whether or not you're being straight with me.
Well, you know, all the officers in this task force, including you, have to be able to respect and trust their commanding officer. Now, if you have a problem with that, maybe you should go talk to the captain.
And that's gonna look really good on my permanent record, isn't it? Rookie cannot get along with task force commander. Personal reasons cited. Thank you.
Josie, I'm sorry, all right? I never wanted it to come to this. It's just circumstances that are beyond my control.
What circumstances? What circumstances are you talking about? Why have you been acting this way?
I'm sorry, I can't tell you that.
That's what I thought you'd say. You're probably a lot more upfront with your buddy Felicia than you are with me, right? Do you tell her all your secrets while she tells you about her hot affair with a married man?
You know something, Josie? All right, Felicia happens to be my sponsor, which means that I have conversations with her that are purely confidential.
Well, that's great. I'm so glad that you have someone you can confide in, Gary. Yeah, maybe someday I'll find out the real reason we broke up in one of Felicia's romance novels. That is, of course, after she finishes making a couple million writing about her affair with John.
I don't think you're being fair.
I don't think you're being fair.
Now's not the time, all right? Let's just pull the files and do your job.
Sorry to interrupt you two.
That's all right, Matt. We're finished.
Listen, any news on Maggie?
We did receive a call from the kidnapper.
What'd he say? What is it, bad news?
Oh, no, it's a new threat.
What's he gonna do?
Look, we're gonna take care of it, Matt. We're gonna find her.
Wait a minute. Did he say he was gonna kill her?
He didn't say anything. We don't have any more information at this time.
I thought he was gonna hold out for the ransom.
You know, maybe he will.
Yeah, but it doesn't look good, does it? Oh, man. What am I gonna tell my mother?
Ryan isn't here, Carl. You must let go of Ryan. Please, let go of Ryan. Let go of Ryan, Carl.
Ryan. Ryan. Where are you, man? It's me. Come on, my boy. We'll face eternity together. Oh, Rachel. Rachel. Yes. It will never be over for us. No. You don't belong here. You belong to me. And Grant will work his beautiful magic among all those near and dear to your heart. You shan't escape me. Not anymore. Justine Grant.
Victoria, good, you're still here.
Oh, hi. I was just going to check on Rachel.
I called my travel agent. We're all set.
Right. Okay, great. The trip to Orlando.
We leave tomorrow afternoon, 1 p.m. Midwest Airlines. We're booked at the Royal Palm Hotel, separate suites, of course.
Sounds nice.
You know, I saw the brochure. They have 3 pools and a great big lake where we can sail. The kids will love it.
They will, I'm sure. I just hope Carl's feeling better, which reminds me I really should go check on him.
Yeah, of course. I won't keep you. Say hello to Kirkland and Steve and tell them I can't wait till tomorrow.
Good night.
Sweet dreams.
I want to know what's going on with Vicky, and whatever it is going to stop right now.
Okay, I'm gonna head over to the hospital, fill my mom in about Maggie.
Okay, look, try not to worry about it, Matt, okay? We got a lot of manpower on this. We're gonna work it out.
I hope it's not too late.
Officer, you filed that Morelli report?
Thanks. Listen, I want you to understand something. I know how you feel about Felicia, okay? But you gotta realize that she's a human being, just like you and me. She realizes her mistake, and it's made her miserable, Josie.
Yeah, that's where you're wrong. My mother is the one who's miserable.
All right, well, nonetheless, the point is that Felicia's my friend, and I have to stand by her.
Like you stood by me.
Fine, forget it.
What happened to your records, Gary? I did some more checking, and it turns out that your personnel records have disappeared from Clearview.
Why don't you do what I told you to do and drop it?
And why do your commanding officers keep covering up for you? First Gabe, then Pomerantz. I mean, what is this all about?
Where to next?
Well, I've got to head over to the hospital to see my mom. First, why don't I take you home? It's getting late.
It's not home. It's a furnished room, and it's kind of depressing. So, I'd be glad to go with you. Besides, I think you could use some company.
Not only is she pretty, whiz on the computer, but she reads minds, too. You know, I got lucky when you walked into my life.
Me too. How's Carl doing?
He's quite restless. He keeps calling out for Ryan in his sleep.
Richard, you look exhausted. You need some rest. Why don't you let me drop you off on my way home?
I could never leave him now. Nor you. I'm worried about both of you. If what you said about Grant is right, you're in a great deal of danger.
He's not going to hurt me. He wants to be a family. Besides, how else am I going to get to the bottom of this?
Go to the police.
No, we cannot do that. I've explained to you, Gabe is Grant's best friend. Now, please, let me handle this.
Handle what? You're handling a murderer.
I know what I'm doing. Now, Grant trusts me. At least I think he does. He'll confide in me, if anyone.
I just wish I could remember what happened.
Well, you know something? Even if you did, he'd find a way to squirm out of it. I mean, he said he'd go to Gabe and tell him the whole story. He never did. I've got to find some evidence that Gabe just can't ignore. I don't know, maybe I'm going to put a tape recorder underneath his pillow in case he talks in his sleep.
Carl tried for months to get people to believe that Grant had killed Ryan. He had absolutely no luck. What do you think you're going to do to convince Gabe?
I know what makes Grant tick. I know he's capable of doing terrible things, but deep down, he has a conscience. And if he has killed Ryan, it's tearing him up inside. That's his Achilles heel, and that's what I'm gonna use.
Excuse me, I have nothing to say.
Remember, you're not going anywhere until I get some answers. What do you think? You're going to worm your way back into Vicky's life so you can get your kid back?
You're ridiculous.
Are you stupid enough to think you have another shot at marriage? That's it, isn't it? Then you can trot your sorry butt back into politics. I can see the picture now. You, your happy family with the caption that reads, "If she can forgive me, God knows you can too."
You're interviewing me for your newspaper.
No,
That's what this is all
you're getting
about,
a Q&A
isn't it?
because Vicky is my best friend. Now, I better get some answers.
Or what?
Or I am going to supply you to the local ER.
How'd you like to trot your silly butt across the street and repeat that threat in front of a police
Right,
officer?
the bottom line is you are not taking Vicky as far as the local bus stop, much less Florida.
Well, we'll just see about that, won't we? Truth is, your best friend's forgiven me for everything I've done. Fact is, she'd like us to be close again.
That's not true. Vicky wants something from you, Grant.
That's right. She wants a father for Kirkland and Steve, and God knows you don't fill the bill. And get out of the way. I'm not interested in you.
You think I'm blowing smoke? That's what you think? I mean every word I'm saying. You stay away from Vicky.
I'm quaking in my boots.
You're such a tough guy, aren't you? But inside you're nothing but a gut.
Touch me again, and you'll find out what kind of a coward I am.
Let me pay the ransom. You wouldn't let me pay it, and now Maggie could be killed.
Polignac, the kidnapper's been making threats from the very beginning. This is nothing new.
You don't understand. Maggie was fine before, and now it's gone wrong, terribly
Listen,
wrong.
we are doing everything we possibly can to bring your daughter back safely. Now, we have a great deal of experience with hostage situations. I know this is rough for you, but you just have to trust us. Excuse me.
Oh, this is all wrong. They don't understand.
What don't they understand?
Rafet, I mean, that hoodlum, he only wants the money. He only wanted the money in the first place. That's why he took her. He wasn't gonna hurt her, but now that he doesn't have his money, he sounds so desperate. Oh, no, Cass. This wasn't supposed to happen.
Cecile, he still gets his money, but because it's a trap, we have a good chance of catching him.
Oh,
This isn't a good idea. We shouldn't even be here. Find your bags so we can get the hell out of here.
Well, there's a few things I have to do here first.
Wait a minute. That phone call scared your mother half to death. Wasn't that enough?
Are you kidding? I'm just getting warmed up. Oh, there was a terrible struggle. She's gonna suffer. I struggled for my life. You were brutal, merciless.
I never touched a hair on your head. You know that.
They don't have to know that. No way.
Come on, we better get out of here. We're really cutting it close.
Right. Okay. I'm done. Oh, Mother, you're gonna get exactly what you deserve.
So peace over, Maggie Corey.
Go ahead. Come on, the Coreys hang out here all summer long. Looks right out over the lake. Pretty cool.
How'd you know about it?
Maggie showed me. Her and Tomas used to come here a lot. It's kind of like their secret place.
Oh, well, it wasn't a secret once she told you.
Right. I guess that was Maggie's problem.
Well, you know, I always dreamed that I could have a place I could sneak away to like this.
Get away from Aunt Franny?
That and other things.
Like what?
Oh, I don't know, place where I could crank up the boombox or pig out on junk food. Stay up all night if I wanted to.
Stay up all night, huh? All by yourself?
No. I sort of imagined, that my secret boyfriend would be there waiting for me.
Maybe it wasn't your imagination. Maybe somebody was waiting for you all along.
Yeah, right. So, what does a guy like you fantasize about, huh?
Fantasy. That's easy. I dream about having it all.
Hey, stop it, stop it, stop it! What is going on here?
No idea. I was just leaving this lunatic.
I told you to stay out of her face.
Jake, if I need your help, I'll ask for it.
Charlie, would you like to leave? I'd be
That's
glad
all right.
to give
That's
you
all
a
right,
ride
Grant.
home.
I'll take her home, all right?
Listen to me. I would rather go with Grant, all right?
What are you talking about, Vicky? Did you have a lobotomy when I wasn't looking?
I know what I'm doing.
Listen
okay?
to me, Vicky. This is Grant Harrison. This is a sleazeball that tried to ruin your life, and now you're going to go to Florida with him?
Yes, so what?
No, you are not going to Florida with
Now,
him.
you
Not
listen
while I
to
have
me.
a breath in my
Listen.
body.
I'm going to say this one more time. Stay out of it.
It was a simple question, Gary. Why won't you just answer it?
Because we have a job to do. Why don't we just stick to it?
Oh, is that what you said to Chief Pomerantz when you were on the force in Indianapolis? No. He was probably too busy giving you your walking papers, right? And was it the same reason that you were kicked out of the department in Clearview?
Drop it, Watts.
Question here is, Gary, how do you keep getting all of your commanding officers to cover up?
I asked you to drop it. That's an order.
Yes, sir, Lieutenant, sir.
Oh, and by the way, if we're going to be working together, I will not tolerate you questioning my history or my authority. Is that understood?
Clear as crystal, sir.
You got a job to do. All right, so I expect you to do it efficiently and effectively. Is that understood?
I have a clean record. I'm not about to screw up on the job.
Good. See that you don't. Now, you go ahead and check the victim's medical records, and I'll question the hospital staff.
I'll be very thorough, sir, in case there's something we missed.
Come on, Natasha, tell me. You really think Horace did all those plug phones?
Never. But with a fresh corpse and the recent shortage in the blood supply...
Oh, come on, no way. I mean, the guy thinks he's a vampire, okay? But you have to understand, the guy's nuts. I mean, he's crazy.
You boys are so naive.
Hey, how's it going, Gary?
Tomas Rivera, good. You're on my list.
What list?
This list. Were you on duty the night that Al Bernowski had his respirator unplugged?
Yeah, why?
Because I have a couple questions for you. You have any idea who'd be responsible for this? Tomas, what's the story?
You know, I think we better head back.
What are you scared of?
Nothing.
And, why'd you move away?
You know that, that thing you were saying about having it all? What, cars, clothes, money or something?
No, I could have any of that stuff. Michael's loaded.
Then what?
I guess, what it all boils down to is respect. You know, power.
You sound like something out of The Godfather.
I'm serious, though. All right, take Jake, for example. Guy like him. He walks into a place, boom, everything stops. People turn around. They might hate him, but they notice him. You know?
Mm-hmm. So let me get this straight. You wouldn't care if people hated your guts as long as you got the best table in the house, right?
Well, it depends.
On what?
I'd care if you hated my guts. Man, this whole year, my life has just been turned upside down. I mean, it's bizarre.
What do you mean?
Where do I start? Finding my dad, coming to Bay City, saving my dad, meeting a sister that I didn't even know I had, owning Riley. And now you.
And where exactly do I fit in that list?
Vicky, Riley, Mike. I don't know yet.
Oh.
But I want to find out.
You know, Nick, I think perhaps I may have led you on, or maybe you think I'm something that I'm not, but maybe you think...
Maybe.
I'm...
Maybe. You talk too much. Maybe.
Hold on. What's wrong?
There's a light on in the window. Somebody must be there.
It's impossible. Nobody uses the lake house during the winter.
I'm telling you, somebody's in there. So much for using this for a hideout.
Wait a minute. Well, obviously Nick and Sophia are worried sick about me.
Come on, Maggie, we gotta get out of here. This place is gonna be crawling with cops.
Wait. I have an idea. Oh, this couldn't have worked better if I planned it.
Oh, now what?
This is exactly what I want you to do. Come on.
I think we better, slow down.
You didn't like that?
No.
What?
No. Yes, I did. Very, very much. But
Aunt Franny wouldn't approve.
yes. Sorry. I still hear her voice in my head. And I just can't throw all her rules out the window in one night.
Sophia, it's okay.
Okay. I just don't want you to think I'm a drag or anything. What was that?
That's probably Joe coming to look for you.
Oh, no, he is gonna kill me for staying out here so long.
That was Maggie! You go get Gabe and Joe. I'm gonna go look for her.
Nick and I were at the boathouse, and we heard a scream and then gunshots, and Nick thinks it was Maggie.
Come on!
No!
All right, this homeless fellow, Al, he had no family, is that correct?
Right, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm. All right, I want you to tell me everything that you remember about that night.
Well, it was the night of the tree lighting. That's when Felicia Gallant was reading the gift of the Magi to all the kids. It was actually quite nice because it made everybody forget about the flu outbreak. And then, this guy Al, he's just suddenly had a cardiac arrest.
And then what happened?
Somebody called the Code Blue, and they had to defib him.
Do you remember who the doctor was?
Yeah, John Hudson. But Dr. Madison was, she was having a fit because Dr. Hudson he was still suspended. But I mean, he did a great job. He, he got the guy stabilized and he got him in a respirator. That's as far as I know, sir.
Wait a minute, what about the second victim?
I don't know. That's all I can tell you. Excuse me.
Thank you.
No, I can't be there. Why don't you put Tibbs on it?
Officer
Right.
Watts, you got those patient records for me?
No, I have to get Dr. Madison's approval for the search, and she's in a meeting. Why are you questioning Tomas Rivera?
Because I'm questioning all the hospital staff.
Well, I can assure you, Tomas has nothing to do with the plug points at the
Look, I
hospital.
thought we weren't going to let our personal lives interfere with our work. And by the way, I have a right to question whoever I want. Just because Tomas is a friend of your family.
Listen, I know him very well, and Tomas is a trustworthy, honest, straight-shooting kind of guy. Believe me, he has nothing... He would never have anything to do with killing patients.
That may very well be, but we got somebody out there pulling plugs. We got to find out who it is before they do it again.
Yeah, you're right. Somebody is definitely hiding something. Don't worry, I'm going to find out exactly what it is.
This is my stepfather's room right here. Let me check to see if my mom's awake. If she is, I'll introduce you.
Great, I'd love to. On second thought, maybe this isn't the best time for that. I'll just grab a cup of coffee from the vending machine and meet you out here.
You sure?
Positive.
Okay, I won't be long.
Take your time.
What happened? It's Maggie. I think she's in the lake.
So you heard the what? Screaming and the shots?
And then I heard a splash, and I jumped in the lake from the dock. And I found this. It's definitely Maggie's.
Stephen, we're going to Florida.
Yeah, he'll have to miss a couple days of school.
That's all right. You told him we could go to the Kennedy Center. That's educational.
Well, he was very excited about seeing the Apollo spacecraft. You know, it almost feels like we're a family again. Like sometimes I feel like Ryan is watching over us and he approves. And you know, he's glad that I'm taking care of you.
Yeah. I don't know what I would have done without you these last couple of weeks.
Thanks. It's very good to feel needed again. Well, it's late. I better go. I'll call you first thing in the morning, all right?
Well, thank you again for dropping me off.
My pleasure.
Good night.
Yeah, reservations? Yeah, this is Grant Harrison. I booked a suite for tomorrow night. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to cancel. No, I won't be rebooking at this time. Yes, well, I'm awfully sorry, too. Hello. Yes, I'd like the number for Midwest Airlines.
Officer Watts. Do you have that report for me?
I'm working on it, sir.
Good. I'll expect that on my desk first thing tomorrow morning. And, you know, you really should get some sleep, because you're no good to me fried.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was not watching where I was going.
That's okay, neither was I.
You're Josie Watts. I've heard so much about you.
You have?
From Matt Corey. He's my boss at the Herald.
Oh.
I'm Blair Baker.
Nice to meet you.
Have they found Maggie?
No, they have the ransom money together and they're waiting to hear. And she's gonna be okay.
Better?
There's no sign of Maggie anywhere.
So you gotta do something, man. You gotta drag the lake.
There's a storm moving in, the lake is freezing over, and there's nobody to dive until the morning.
Well, that's gonna be too late, man.
From the looks of things, it already is.
Cass, were they gunshots? What happened? Tell me.
I need to talk to Cecile for just a minute.
What are you going to tell me? What? What?
I think police have good reason to believe that Maggie was shot and pushed into the lake.
This is all my fault. Want some?
How can you eat at a time like this? Don't you realize you almost gave your mother a heart attack?
Serves you right.
I hope you're satisfied.
Are you kidding? No way. This is only the beginning of what I've got in store for that witch.